waking up from a terrifying dream. Have you ever found yourself in yet another nightmare? Lu Shen suddenly woke up from a loud shout. Everything in front of him was blurry. Then he realized that he had fallen asleep again, right in class. "Lu Shen," boomed the teacher's voice, pulling him back from his thoughts. Huh? What? He looked around and the whole class was staring at him, laughing. "Lu Shen, are you sleeping in class again?" His classmates mocked him. Lu felt his cheeks flush with embarrassment. He was ashamed. After all, exams were just 6 months away, and he couldn't even focus on the lesson. "How can you be so shameless?" the teacher continued. "Are you not getting enough sleep at home? If you keep this up," he leaned in closer, "they won't even hire you for construction work. You know what health status you need to become a builder, right?" asked the teacher. "Yes, 0.8, he replied. "I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain to you." The teacher clearly wasn't going to back down. "Teacher, don't pay attention to him. Let him sleep," someone's voice called out. "Yes, his health status is 0.7. He has no future," others chimed in. Lu felt crushed. He really wanted to improve his status. "Are you having nightmares again?" Liu approached him after everyone else had left. "Yeah, it's that dark apocalyptic world again, where there isn't a soul around except for monsters. These nightmares are definitely going to drive me crazy someday." Lu knew these weren't just dreams. "My score has dropped to 0.02. I'm going to have to spend a ton of time to get everything back to normal. Just forget it. We're ordinary people, so just sit quietly and don't stand out." Liu shrugged off the weight of the conversation. "Besides, your score is even lower than mine. Leave the heroics to the geniuses." "Let's go play something instead," his friend suggested, but Lu just shook his head. "Number, I'm passing. I'm not in the mood. I'd rather go home and sleep." "So early? Are you sick? Come on, let's hit the computers." "My treat." "Not today, man. I really want to get some sleep." "Liu, are you coming or not?" someone from the group shouted to him. "1 minute," Liu replied, but Lu was already not listening. He left the classroom, passing by the loud conversations and laughter. "I never would have thought that reborn in a new world, I would be worrying about damn exams. And this cursed math." Thoughts drifted back to the night terrors. The nightmares were becoming more and more real, and he didn't understand why. Apparently, this world isn't much different from the one I came from. People are still striving for success, and he still remains on the sidelines. Lu closed his eyes and tried to imagine how he would like to change his fate. "Watch out! Why are you standing in the middle of the road?" shouted a girl passing by. Lu couldn't believe his eyes. She was carrying a huge load above her head all by herself. When will I ever be able to become that strong? "Be gentler, dear. Come on, I'm almost done. I'm home." "Are you hungry?" Mom asked, concerned. "Dad, why don't we get that machine for improving blood circulation? I think it would help you. It's just a sign of old age. Don't worry, your dad is still strong. By the way, I have a surprise for you." Dad pulled out 2 strange bottles with some powders. "Those are the powders they keep advertising on TV," Mom exclaimed in surprise. Lu Shen looked at his dad with pride and astonishment. Despite his health problems, he continued to fight for his family and looked for ways to improve their lives. "You always know how to lift our spirits." Lu smiled as he approached. "By the way, Lu, what's your status? Have you reached 0.85 yet? Your sister has already reached 0.9. We're worried about you. I heard they raised the passing threshold for high school entrance exams by 0.01. "I know," Li replied sadly. Lu Shen focused again, ignoring the fatigue building in his muscles. His thoughts were filled with determination. He couldn't stop until he reached his goal. "I won't allow myself to give up," he muttered, leaning forward as if that could give him strength. He began the 4th exercise. The breathing technique that the masters spoke of was supposed to help him focus better and increase his energy flow. After the world changed 300 years ago, cracks began to appear in the sky and on the earth, and the monsters that crawled out of these crevices changed the course of modern history. Modern weapons lost their relevance, and humanity had to find a new way to fight. Then, a genetic trait within humans was unlocked. After that, the power of each person began to grow in geometric progression. The human race entered a new era, an era of martial arts blooming. However, despite this, the problem with monsters still threatened humanity with extinction. Every day, cities were destroyed under the onslaught of monsters, which promised us nothing good. "Damn, I've already done 4 sets, but my status hasn't changed," he shouted. Lu decided to keep training despite the fatigue. He envisioned energy beginning to fill him, streams of power flowing through him. He saw his status gradually rising. Each time he completed a set, he looked at his status and tried to visualize it increasing. "Where am I?" Lu Shen wiped the sweat from his forehead and, taking a deep breath, tried to focus. His heart was pounding in his chest and his head buzzed with rage and fear. "This is that wasteland from my nightmares. Why can't I wake up?" he muttered, looking around. The landscape was familiar: charred trees, darkness, and a complete absence of life. But now he knew he couldn't afford to panic. As he walked, a crack sounded in the distance. Lu Shen tensed and stopped listening. It was as if someone else was here. Suddenly, a terrifying scream erupted right behind him. Lu screamed in surprise as the monster knocked him to the ground. "It's a zombie," Lu realized in horror. "Don't you dare look down on me, monster." "Even if I'm bad at close combat," Lu Shen exclaimed. "My status is below 0.7, but that doesn't mean I'll give up." Lu delivered a crushing blow. The zombie fell. Seizing the moment, Lu blindly groped for a heavy stone on the ground and struck the monster right in the head. Lu Shen breathed heavily, feeling the adrenaline still coursing through his veins. He looked at the defeated monster and couldn't believe he was back in this strange world again. Nightmares seemed to be becoming reality, and he needed to figure out how to escape this trap. "I did it, so the head is its weak spot." Lu stared at his hands in confusion, feeling energy bubbling within him. It was a strange and exhilarating sensation, as if he had absorbed a part of the creature he had just killed. Suddenly, Lu felt a sharp pain. It was as if something invisible was trying to penetrate his mind. Lu Shen saw other people. Everything felt real, as if he were really there. "Hey, what do you plan to do after graduation?" "I'm planning to join the Defense Corps. I've heard it's not easy there. Life is generally not easy. Besides, it's my dream. From today on, you are a member of the Defenders of Base number 1359. Remember this well. UN4 8549. You will train all the time. Your life depends on this, so don't slack off. Understood? The base is under attack at the gates. Intruding beings everywhere." "What was that?" "It happened after I killed the zombie." Li turned and saw that another zombie was charging at him at great speed. In an instant, Lu felt a surge of incredible power. He delivered one crushing blow. The monster fell dead. It was as if Lu had awakened. "How did I do that? Where did these skills come from? This power is coursing through my entire body. Could it be that this power belonged to the zombie I killed? By finishing him off, I gained not only his memories but also his strength.